This morning, political South Africa was thrown into turmoil after a fiery and emotionally charged confrontation between veteran ANC stalwart Mavuso Msimang and the party's Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula. The closed-door meeting, which was supposed to be routine, quickly spiraled into a scene of raw emotion, sharp warnings, and even tears as Msimang delivered a chilling message that many in the room described as nothing short of prophetic: "War is coming, and we are not ready." According to insiders present in the tense gathering, Msimang, known for his calm demeanor and long history in the liberation movement, abandoned his usual restraint and took direct aim at what he described as reckless leadership, shallow politics, and the betrayal of the South African people. His words, heavy with both disappointment and urgency, cut through the atmosphere like a blade, leaving Mbalula and several members of his executive team visibly shaken. Witnesses said the veteran's voice rose with a thunderous intensity as he declared that the ANC, once a proud liberation movement, had become a house crumbling from within, and that unless urgent steps were taken, chaos and confrontation were inevitable. "Do you not see the storm gathering?" he asked, pointing at Mbalula. "Communities are restless, young people are angry, corruption has poisoned our soul, and yet here we sit playing politics while the country burns." The phrase that left the room stunned was his repeated warning, "War is coming." He clarified that he wasn't speaking about literal armed conflict, but rather a social and political war, a collision between the failed promises of the ruling elite and the desperation of ordinary citizens. He painted a picture of communities erupting in protests, of instability spreading across provinces, and of leaders being chased out by the very people they claimed to serve. For Mbalula, who is no stranger to criticism or political theatrics, this was different. Those who know him say he has always been able to laugh off attacks and respond with his trademark bravado. But this morning was not a moment for jokes. Insiders claim Mbalula was visibly emotional, shifting uncomfortably in his seat as Msimang's words rained down. At one point, a silence so heavy filled the room that one could hear the sound of papers rustling as some members nervously avoided eye contact. What made the moment even more dramatic was Msimang's personal confession. He reportedly said, "I gave my life to this movement. I spent my youth in exile, my adulthood in struggle, and my old age defending its integrity. But today, I fear that I will die watching everything we fought for collapse in the hands of men who care more for their stomachs than their people." Those words, according to multiple sources, brought more than one person in the room to tears. One junior member allegedly left the hall briefly to compose himself. Another whispered that it felt like an elder cursing his own children. The warning is said to have left Mbalula cornered. Msimang accused him of failing to rise to the occasion, of turning the ANC into a circus of sound bites and Twitter jokes while the nation cries out for real leadership. He told him bluntly, "You dance while the house is burning." By the time Msimang finished, the atmosphere was so charged that the room sat in silence for several minutes. No one dared to speak immediately. Mbalula, his eyes red, eventually tried to respond, but even he struggled to muster his usual confidence. His reply, according to insiders, was halting. "Take Msimang, I hear you. I hear you." The implications of this clash are immense. For weeks, there has been mounting speculation about divisions within the ANC, particularly between its older veterans and its younger, more flamboyant leadership. Msimang's outburst has now put those tensions squarely in the public spotlight. The phrase, "War is coming," has already begun to trend on social media, with many South Africans interpreting it as a sign that even within the ruling party, the cracks have widened beyond repair. Some analysts argue that Msimang's warning reflects the growing fear among ANC elders that the party may not survive the next elections in one piece. Others see it as a broader warning about South Africa's fragile stability, where poverty, unemployment, corruption, and political dysfunction are creating conditions ripe for unrest. What cannot be denied, however, is the power of this morning's confrontation. In one room, one elder's voice seemed to capture the anxiety of a nation, leaving even hardened politicians like Fikile Mbalula and his loyalists shaken to their core. Whether Mbalula and his crew will act on this wake-up call remains to be seen. But the words now hang in the air, echoing beyond the ANC headquarters and into the national consciousness: war is coming. And we are not ready.